Ahead on Montana this morning, less than 24 hours after a tornado slammed Metra Park and other businesses in the Heights, recovery begins. We have the latest with a live report from Rimrock Auto Arena this morning. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us on this Monday morning. I'm Angela Douglas.
Good morning. Rough morning picking up the pieces after we saw firsthand how fast and how ferocious some of these storms can develop and what the aftermath can be.
Yeah, it was crazy. It came in so quick yesterday.
And we could be doing it all over again this afternoon. That's the next piece of the news today. As you look at some sunshine this morning, Billings 51 to start, and all kinds of flood watches and warnings all over the state. But again, we're looking at another severe weather threat this afternoon. You can see that clearing for now, but there's a cold front coming through today. When it does, storms are likely, large hail, damaging winds, heavy rainfall. 81 for the warm daytime high. The setup today actually looks better for severe weather than it did on Sunday. More showers and storms and heavy rain tonight, and then finally some quiet time, upper 70s, low 80s. So we started summer an hour ago, and it could be a first rough day after what was a rough final day to spring yesterday.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, thanks, Mark.
Sure.
Our top story this morning, for the first time in 50 years, a tornado roared through Billings, leaving Metra Park in shambles and other businesses leveled. Sirens alarmed residents just minutes before the tornado touched down around 4:30 yesterday. And fortunately, no one was killed or seriously injured during the twister, which had wind speeds ranging between 111 to 135 miles per hour. That's a look from our iCam from yesterday around 4:30. Now it's time for cleanup, and Q2's Nikki Lorenzo joins us live from Metra Park this morning. Nikki?
Good morning, Angela. The county is expected to declare a state of emergency at 9 a.m. Governor Schweitzer is headed to Billings right now to come and assess the damage and to kind of help the county see what to do next. Now, Main Street is open. That's good news for commuters this morning. As of last night, we weren't sure if the street was going to open. I'm told that it's down to 2 lanes, so if drivers are heading in and out of the Heights, try to take an alternate route if you can. But Main Street is, in fact, open. As far as power outages go, things seem to be going pretty well. Northwestern Energy worked very quickly throughout the night. They were able to get residents from 4,000 who were without power to about 1,100 by 11 p.m. And they're continuing to work out here. There was 2 giant power poles that were damaged by the tornado, and crews have worked throughout the night to get those back up and running. I want to bring in Commissioner Bill Kennedy right now to kind of talk about what's on the agenda for today. Thanks for being with us, Commissioner.
Thank you very much. It was a short evening last night, but we're going to 7 a.m. We'll be meeting with the Metra staff and going over the game plan. 8 o'clock we'll bring in the rest of the management staff from Metra Park, and by 9 o'clock we'll have the mayor over and we'll declare the emergency. And the declaration then goes to the governor, who then can declare a federal emergency, and then we can see if there's some help along the way. We have received some help from the state through the National Guard. We had over 20 National Guardsmen yesterday helping us out. They have offered whatever they can. The state of Montana, I have to say that different places that have called me last evening and offered a venue to host some of our events that were at Metra Park. So this morning it's looking at what our schedule is down here at Metra, how we can best serve our customers, and how we can get this place up and running as quickly as possible.
Now, seeing the damage out here, it's very severe, but you are very optimistic. You said last night that this place will be ready to go by the fair.
I think it will be. We walked through the other buildings. We have a little bit of roof damage, a little bit of leaks, but nothing structurally. At least in right now, looking at it, we'll have to have all these buildings gone through. We're excited to, we'll set up the box office over in the grandstand. We'll use the Yellowstone room as our office space. We have computers, we have phones, we have places down at the courthouse also. So we want to get up and running as quickly as possible. The fair is a quarter of our revenue that comes in for Metra Park for the year. So it's very important that we look at getting cleaned up all the way up to the building and to the Metra Park building, and getting this place full of people and getting on with our lives and the Montana Fair. So, we've got to roll up our sleeves, do a lot of work, but I'm pretty sure it can all happen.
All right, Commissioner Bill Kennedy, I know you have a busy morning ahead of you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Once again, if you're just joining us, at 9 o'clock this morning, a state of emergency will be declared here in Yellowstone County. The governor is headed to Billings right now to assess the damage. That meeting taking place at 7 o'clock this morning with county and city officials. We'll bring you more information on that meeting after we attend it as well. And if you're just waking up this morning, Main Street is open there. It's good news there. It's down to 2 lanes, so if you have to drive on Main Street, it is open, but police are asking if you can take an alternate route, you can do so. Angela, back to you.
All right, thank you very much for all that information, Nikki. Damage from yesterday's afternoon storm can be seen all across the Magic City. Again, several buildings were destroyed after a tornado touched down just before 4:30 Sunday afternoon, sending debris a mile into the air. Now, this is some video from chief photographer Paul, or actually these were some pictures that sent in by viewers. Metra Park has without a doubt suffered the most damage than any other building. Debris is scattered throughout Metra Park. The tornado carried pieces of the building all over Main Street. Q2's Amanda Venegas has more.
It's like a scene out of a movie as the tornado rips through Billings' premier concert venue. The image was captured by a viewer who was across the Metra Park Arena when it touched down.
What's been tossed around and stripped off is it's totally mind-boggling.
Bill Dutcher is Metra Park's general manager and says he's never seen anything like this before.
Obviously, these trees were just uprooted like little toothpicks.
Dutcher says he was in shock when an employee who lives on site called him and said the structure was in the path of a tornado.
Started telling me about power lines, about a shed all of a sudden appeared in the pond over by her house.
The facility holds nearly 11,000 people at its prime.
Yeah, that's where people are supposed to go during a civil defense emergency or something. And so when you look at how that has, you can't even walk down the stairwells from the building down to the lower parking lot. There's just steel shredded everywhere.
Hours after the tornado touched down, ripping off the roof and its sides, debris was just a reminder of the intensity of this incident.
Just knowing that 189 acres doesn't appear to be any injuries on site here, and in between events and all the different things going on, that's what you got to look at, I guess, as so fortunate, and it's still just a numb, sick feeling.
In Billings, I'm Amanda Venegas for Montana's news station.
The twister wreaked havoc on other buildings in the Billings Heights yesterday. Several other businesses were damaged or destroyed. Just the walls of Fast Break Auto Glass on Main Street remain standing. The roof of the business was dumped into a nearby creek. At least 10 businesses along Main Street, including the McDonald's, Main Street Casino, Riders Marina, the Gigglin' Grizzly, the Lake Elmo Coin-Op Laundromat, and Taco John's all suffered some sort of damage. Major flash flooding was also reported across the city, including 4th Avenue North, Rimrock Road, 8th Street West, and Avenue D, as well as Nutter Boulevard in the Heights. Damage estimates have not been determined yet, but we're hoping to hear something later today. Well, thousands of homes in the Billings Heights and Lockwood lost power due to the storm. As many as 4,000 homes were still without power at 8 p.m. last night. By 10 o'clock, 1,100 homes were without power. Unconfirmed reports from the Billings police state that at least 4 down power poles are back up. Northwestern Energy crews remain on scene, working as quickly as they can to restore the power. Well, it is now 6:41. More severe weather could make its way back into Billings today. Mark's forecast is next. All right, thank you very much, Mark. Well, we've been having live reports throughout the show this morning from Metra Park, where the tornado hit the hardest yesterday afternoon. So let's send it back out to Q2's Nikki Lorenzo. Hey there, Nikki. How are you doing?
Good morning, Angela. Yes, in just about 15 minutes now, county and city officials are going to meet to talk about what are the next steps. What are they going to do today? Assess the damage here at Metra Park, see how structurally sound the building is, and kind of where they go from here. The governor is on his way to Billings. A state of emergency is expected to be declared at 9 a.m. But some good news. Main Street is open. Traffic seems to be flowing well. We haven't seen any traffic backed up around here, so that's great news there. But we did did speak with the Billings Police Department earlier this morning. Sergeant Kevin Iflin tells us if you can avoid Main Street and take an alternate route, please do so, because parts of Main Street are still only down to 2 lanes. So if we have a lot of people traveling on there, traffic will get backed up. Some street lights are still out as well, so there's going to be police officers directing traffic, so be aware of that. But the governor is on his way here to Billings. County and city officials are gearing up to meet right now and see where we go from here. Back to you.
All right, thank you very, very much. Thank you for all that coverage.